From the Wall Street Journal, the American store is shrinking. The average store size in the U.S. is the smallest it's been in at least 17 years. The rise in e-commerce and a growing distaste for giant emporiums are softening demand for department stores and other big box spaces. Meanwhile, restaurants, coffee shops are gobbling up small storefronts as Americans spend more time dining out, ordering at drive-throughs, or using food delivery apps. The result, retailers signed leases averaging 3,200 square feet during the first three quarters of 23. That's the smallest size since data from CoStar began tracking that in 2006. Quote, a shopping center today looks very different than it did 10 years ago. The focus is much more on experience, much more on food and beverage. Food and beverage companies signed nearly one-fifth of all retail leases this year, according to CoStar. Despite these changes in the retail landscape, overall demand for store space is robust. Nationwide, the rate of available retail space was 4.8% in the third quarter, the lowest level in the 18 years the data has been tracked. Rather than filling sprawling department stores with an array of merchandise, many retailers have started using data from online orders, social media, and foot traffic analytics to customize smaller inventories to the local population. They've bolstered store infrastructure to make it easier for customers to pick up and return items bought online. This all allows them to keep fewer items in stores and shrink their footprints to fit into the open air shopping centers where customers are increasingly shopping. Quote, the old days of stack 'em high and watch 'em fly are gone. Also, quote, location is a higher priority than the perfect size. That's a fairly significant change over the last 10 years. As online shopping has grown, less store space is being used to sell basic retail commodities like socks and toothpaste. E-commerce now accounts for about 15% of all retail sales, up from just over 6% in 2014. But companies selling in-person services and experiences, such as nail salons, coffee shops, and yoga studios, continue to sign retail leases. Traditional apparel and big box retailers are also thinking small. Nordstrom and Target are among the chain stores leaning into smaller spaces as shoppers spend less time in enclosed malls. Other big box retailers such as Sears and Bon-Ton have gone out of business in recent years, further depressing demand for large spaces. Landlords are subdividing or redeveloping this unused big box space, and construction of new retail has been minimal over the last decade. This check on supply has helped push retail vacancy to record low levels while rents continue to climb. The rising cost of rent is a major reason some retailers are opting for smaller spaces. Quote, if we can get those rents down as low as possible by making our footprint smaller, it's more profitable for our franchise partners.